Hi, I'm Shelley Wood. You might know me from shelleywood.com. This is my tiny sewing room where I make doll clothes sewing videos. Today I'm going to show you how to make a very basic skirt for 18-inch dolls. It's really super simple. And you can see that my Kaya doll from American Girl is modeling it, as well as the Madame Alexander dolls. There's a gingham version that I made. You could make it with any fabrics. Before we begin, please go to shelleywood.com to download this free printable sewing pattern. Use the free pattern to cut out the skirt's fabric. It's going to be a rectangle shape. You're going to create a double fold hem by folding the edge, the long edge of the skirt, first once and then a second time. And then you're going to stitch that hem from one length to the other, so the long way, not the short one. You can use your sewing machine or hand stitch. I like the whip stitch for hems. You can measure your doll's waist for elastic or just use the elastic itself to measure, but you want that elastic to fit nice and snugly. Create a casing next. So opposite the end of the hem, you're going to fold your fabric first once and then again with a deeper fold that's wide enough to fit the elastic inside of it. You'll need extra room for stitches along the casing edge, and there's kind of a trick to that. It helps to pin where you want your stitches to go and then kind of measure the elastic against that, asking yourself, will this elastic fit inside after I stitch? Now this is tricky. You want to align the two raw edges of the fabric and measure them from hem to casing. If they aren't exactly the same length, then you'll want to take the time to just repin those so that they match up. And that's what this video is showing, this little clip. I'm looking to see it's a little too long on one end, so I adjust the pin and then I measure against each other, and yep, they're the same length. Now you're ready to stitch the casing edge. So you're not ready to stitch the raw edge yet. You're just going to stitch that casing edge. Place a safety pin through the end of your elastic and send the elastic through that casing. I have a video to show you how I use the safety pin to pull through the casing. And the trick here is to avoid getting that elastic lost inside the casing. So you want to pin it once it gets to the end. And then continue to pull the safety pin through. Take your safety pin off, pin the other side, stretch it a little, fold it in half, and keep those straight pins holding the elastic in place. But you're going to sew from where the two elastic ends meet down the length of the skirt to the hem. You're sewing the raw edge now. Remove your straight pins and then trim off that elastic. Just if there's any extra little nubs, you want to take those off. Now you're ready to invert the skirt. By invert, I mean you want to change it so that the inside is on the inside. And then you're ready to try it on your doll. This is my Madame Alexander doll. She's absolutely beautiful in that little skirt. And then I have my Kaya doll from the American Girl Doll Company. If you want more free printable sewing patterns for dolls of many shapes and sizes, including if you like that little red velvet top, I've got the pattern for that. I think it's coming out after the skirt pattern. But do visit shelleywood.com to find all the patterns I have. And that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching. If you really like my videos and my free patterns, don't forget to tell your friends about my website. It kind of helps to get more traffic. So you can find more free patterns for doll clothes like the Barbie dress and many others. Goodbye.